How's it going, guys? In this video, I'm going to show you how to install Zippy spacers and inlays in the Squiggle scales for the Kraken. You can see I've already done the bite handle, so we'll do the safe handle together. It's critical to note that you can use the inlays to silence the ring of the handles, or you can use the spacers to silence the ring of the handles, or you can use both, but you only need one or the other to silence the ring. However, I like using both because the spacers, they're much lighter, so it drastically reduces the handle bias, and the handle inlays add a lot of comfort, and they look pretty cool, I think. So let's get into it. First, I'm gonna install the handle inlays. I'm gonna push in the bottom edge here and then the top edge, and then I'm just going to push it down, kind of smooth it out with my thumb like so. I'm going to repeat that procedure for the other side. Notice that I'm having, in this case, the smooth side. You can get these in smooth or textured. I'm having the smooth side and facing up and the hollow side facing down. Put in the edge with the smooth side up, hollow side down, push in the other edge, and now I'm just going to press it in and then smooth it out with my thumb. Now, because these happen to be the smooth holographic inlays, finger oil can interfere with the diffraction. So after you install, you're going to want to wipe them down. And you can see now, if the camera will pick it up, the holographic effect is a little stronger. It's easier to see in person for whatever reason. But let's move on. So I've already installed the bite handle spacer. Let's go ahead and install the safe handle Zippy spacer. Before we do that, I'm going to just show you how to adjust the balance. If you want the most or the least handle biased, most neutral balance, you would just pop in the spacer. If you can add a little bit of weight back to it with the included tungsten ball, and you can just push that in with any type of pointy object, and it'll just slide right in and it will not rattle. Like all of my products, it will not rattle. Anyway, if you don't want it, you can just push it out. I'm going to install without it because I prefer the balance that way. So let's go ahead and take our Torx driver, and we're going to unscrew the bottom safe handle. And I'm actually going to use this hex key to push the sex bolt out. You can see the indexing pin is still in place. So to get that out, we're going to actually loosen the top slab here of the pivot. You don't have to unscrew it all the way, but we're going to lift this up. And it's a little challenging because the indexing pin here is friction fit, but just gently work it. If you have a live blade, you will probably want to tape that. I've cut myself quite a bit on like jerking movements trying to get handles apart, and you can just pull the pin out. If the pin is giving you trouble, you can kind of wrap it in paper towel or painter's tape and then use pliers to just wiggle it out. But this one just came right out, so we'll take that out. And while I've got you here, I'm going to show you the weight difference. So here's the stock spacer. .14 ounces. That's very heavy. And then here's the Zippy spacer, 0.029. And then if you add the weight, up to 0.05. So it's significantly lighter, and that's what gives you your good balance back. Stock was just too handle biased for, I imagine, most folks' personal preferences, my own included. So I'm going to go ahead and set these to the side. We will need the stock spacer momentarily. I'm going to reinsert the sex bolt, and then I'm going to push the Zippy spacer onto the sex bolt and align it with the handle. Replace the top slab, and I'm going to screw the pivots back in. And now I'm going to start screwing in the spacer screw, or the body screw. First thing to note, I've just screwed it in a little bit. The handles aren't together. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the stock spacer and I'm going to wedge it between the slabs. And now I'm going to tighten down this spacer. And you'll see now the stock spacer is stuck. I can't get it out. So I'm going to incrementally loosen the spacer screw until I can slide the stock spacer out. I'm going to wait till, you know, it takes a little bit of force, but I can kind of gently fight the force of friction. So this is sliding out too easily. So I'm going to very gently tighten it a little more, and now I can pull it out. And now you've tightened the channel to the correct width, and I'll do a visual inspection to make sure that everything looks lined up properly. Very common, you might need to kind of gently push in the spacer from this side. Make sure everything's nice and flush, you don't see any gaps here. And my visual inspection is complete because this was installed perfectly, if I do say so myself, which I do. Anyway, you have successfully installed the Zippy spacers on the Squiggle Kraken handles. And because these are the glow-in-the-dark spacers and the pink color is UV reactive, I'm going to show you what it looks like when they glow. And to do that, I'm going to turn the light off. So this is a black light I've got here at my desk. You can see the bottom spacers are glowing, and when under the black light, the pink also glows. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching, guys.